Welcome back everybody to my channel. This is the next episode of the Hidden Object Trifecta. Today's game is Brink of Consciousness, Lonely Hearts Murders by MagicIndie Softworks, released in 2013. Please load. Alright. Once again, Hidden Object Trifecta, 3 big parts of a hidden object game. Gameplay, artwork and graphics, and the storyline. And yes, obviously we're going to play with sound. Who wouldn't? So, yes. This is a fun one. I've played a couple times before, and yeah, I've got the nice computer animation here already. And we'll go ahead and get this. Okay. Let's start a new profile. Okay. That's as far as as many characters as I can get. Alright. So now we'll go. We're gonna stick with casual for now, just for the sake of time, really. And
Dear Logan, so sorry to trouble you at this late hour. I do realize what an intense time this must be for you. With the abductions and murders happening throughout the city, it must be a heavy burden to be the detective in charge of this case. I am, however, extremely worried about Olivia. She has been missing for the last 24 hours. As you know, she recently went through a painful breakup, and I shudder to think the Lonely Hearts killer might have kidnapped her too. I dearly hope I am wrong, but I am her father, and everything inside me tells me she is in trouble. Please, help me find her. Your old and loyal friend, Owen Wright.
so, as we can see, we've got a serial killer roaming around.
That must be Logan. I'll get the door. I wonder where my keys are.
I don't care for tutorials. They're more annoying than anything else. So that's a puzzle we'll get to later. Yeah, so we have a serial killer roaming around London, or at least a part of London. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up some random stuff here. Who, the Lonely Hearts killer, so we can assume that he's killing people who he deems are lonely or heartbroken.
Owen, it's me. I came here as fast as I could. Open up.
Just a minute, Logan. Let me find my keys.
I'm waiting.
And so we're playing in the role of this young girl's father, Olivia. She's gone missing. And as he said, she went through a bad breakup, so she might be the killer's next victim. And luckily, the dad's friends with the head detective of the case. So this is sort of a unique game in that in this one, you're not going to be alone. You're going to have the detective, Logan, around with you most of the time. Whereas in most hidden object games, you're on your own. You'll interact with somebody sometimes, but it's pretty much just you. Where are these dang beads? Already loving the artwork and the cutscenes. Very, very well done. Just to get that out of the way. Okay, where are these dadgum beads? Okay, found them. So yeah, so this is sort of just a good old classic mystery or crime solving game. Not really anything supernatural or sci-fi about it. Which in its own way, I feel like there aren't too many like that. There are a fair amount of games that, hidden object games that are like this, and it's just plain out solve a mystery, but yeah, most of them it's either you're dealing with magic or you're dealing with something in science fiction, aliens, robots, whatever the case may be. Men of Island, Okay. So yeah, we can put this back on. And there are the keys.
There they are.
This weather is going to kill me.
Let me make you a cup of tea.
Listen, Owen, when Olivia went missing, why didn't you report it right away? You must be aware of what's been happening lately. This Lonely Hearts killer is a real maniac. If it turns out that he did kidnap your daughter, then we only have 30 days to find her before she's killed.
Are your men looking for her?
As we speak. I ordered them out of the room as soon as I got your message.
Thank you, Logan.
No, Owen, don't thank me just yet. Let me warm up a bit. Then we need to pay a visit to the Hall Widow. There's been an unconfirmed report that she saw Olivia this morning.
Yeah, Logan's been pretty busy. He really got to it, didn't he? Okay, so we need to make some tea. So I can use a towel. Nice, that was already ready for us. So now we can give Logan some hot tea.
Tea's ready.
Great. Thank you. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing. Olivia just wanted to be alone for a while, what with that incident at the ball. But we have to make sure that she's all right.
Mark my words, Logan. If I ever get my hands on that lowlife Lewis...
We should get going. Charlotte's having a dinner party. We should get a chance to talk to her and her guests. Let's go.
So, yeah, Olivia's boyfriend, I'm guessing, dumped her at the ball or did something very unseemly.
strange. Gates were never locked before. I see. The gate mechanism is broken.
We need to go to Charlotte's now. We'll fix it when we come back.
Right.
So we're heading over to Charlotte's.
Who keeps a statue like this in their front yard?
Maybe that's how Charlotte scares unwanted suitors away.
Owen, I know you're worried sick, but try to keep a level head talking to people in there.
And to think, I used to say that to you back in the day. How things change.
Yeah, again, we're just gonna pick up a few things here and there.
Ace of Hearts. Oh, that's it! I've never seen anyone as slimy as you, Archie.
Hi, Logan. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Mr. Owen Wright, you aren't often a guest in my house. You're most welcome.
How do you do, madam? A pleasure to see you. Although I'm afraid this is not a social call.
Of course. How can I be of service?
We understand that you saw Olivia this morning.
Yes, I saw Olivia talking to Leonard Bain earlier today.
Where was that? Did you see where they were going?
If I remember correctly, it was by the residential area. That's right. They weren't going anywhere. She was just standing there talking to him. Speaking of Len, he's been acting rather strangely lately. Oh, and one more thing. I saw Olivia take off her headband and give it to him.
Her headband? That's interesting. Thank you, Charlotte. That was very helpful.
Always happy to be of service, Detective. And now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to the game. Owen. Oh, and please, give my condolences to Mr. Benjamin Ross.
We need to find Bain. He couldn't have gone too far.
So we have a nice lead already, and we're gonna talk to a few of the people here.
The entire world has gone mad, I'm telling you. People are afraid to step outside. And these awful murders. Have you noticed how they're only killing people from the upper class? It's terrible.
Leonard dislikes me because he's jealous of my success as a writer. You know, he gets ticked when I outdo him at anything, however minor, especially at cards.
So I'm guessing that was Leonard who called Archie here slimy.
Nothing like a good game of cards to take the edge off. Say, Owen, would you be a good sport? See, I'm running a bit low on cash. I wonder if you could spot me a bit. I'll pay you back.
We've got a compulsive gambler in the house.
This time, the Lonely Hearts killer really went too far. He had the gall to dump a body right in front of the police station. Well, that's a slap in the face for all of us. Poor Peter. We're all going to miss him terribly.
Yep. We are gonna come back here at one point. We got a few things to do. For some reason, we had a pair of her shoes. Alright.
Considering the circumstances, we might find new evidence at the crime scene.
We need every lead we can get our hands on. I'll give you a hand with the search.
Really did a beautiful job with the artwork, and like every 2 seconds there's a new cutscene. It's kind of nice. Okay, so that's one gear. So we're gonna need to find a couple gears. We'll need to fix that at one point, I'm sure. So here's our map. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, and this one we can't like click a place and go to it. Yeah, it's just Yeah, just sort of tells us where we need to go. Apparently something to do back at the house. Not sure what. Huh. Let's see here, missing a bird for the clock. Missing corners of the frame. I don't know, what can we do here? Huh. According to the hint, nothing. Okay. While we have that other pair of shoes, let's go ahead and head back to Charlotte's. So we have our first mini game. Arrange the shoes so that each pair has at least one matching feature. Light bulbs indicate correct combinations. Alright, so yeah, like these two, they share buckles. These two, they share polka dots. These two are like the same type of shoe with like little bands here. Okay. Let me think if I move these two. Okay, so that's good. Okay then. Let's try these here. Alright, so that works. Alright. So, this is kind of a unique mini game, one you don't see too often. I think it's one of them. They need to change. Actually, yes, that is okay. Alright, it's more or less lined up. Let me see if this will work. And voila. Yeah, it's kind of a fun game. Very interesting. Is there anything else?
Like I said, Olivia was in the residential district this morning, talking to Leonard Bain.
See, not too much more we're gonna get out of.
I knew the statue was there for a reason.
Yeah. Opens this up. Okay. So need to open a chest there. And we get a chain. Something we can use the chain. Will chain work for the gate mechanism maybe? Yeah, that does it.
Owen, I'll be at the crime scene waiting for you. You remember? By the fountain in the park?
Logan, I'm not old enough to start forgetting things, especially this important.
I like Logan.
Excuse me, sir. The park is currently off limits.
Young man, I am a friend of Logan Green's. He's expecting me at the crime scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but knowing the name of my commanding officer does not give you any extra privileges.
Listen, if you won't let me in, at least call for Logan out here, and he'll straighten everything out.
I have my orders to stand guard. I am sorry, sir.
What a stubborn fellow. Looks like I'll need to find another way in.
Oh yeah, we got a I don't know, young officer who, he's not the brightest of them all, and we're gonna Yeah, Logan's not going to be happy with them in the near future. That'll be fun. So we need to find another way in. Gonna start fixing a whole bunch of stuff. Get some to smash that. Yeah, and so we'll need to find the part for that. Everything's missing parts all around town.
You need a permit to come in, otherwise please stand back.
Yeah, we can't really go anywhere yet, can we? And another hidden object. I think we got a pretty good storyline here going so far. Got some interesting characters. Oh, that was actually kind of interesting. They really did like the whole animation for the paint and everything. That's effort. You got like 2 seconds to get the black cat. That's funny. And we got a puppy here who's sleepy. And they sort of like leave everything computer animated really, so I'll just sort of randomly move, which I like that a lot. It sort of does help create more of the illusion that this is a world to really get immersed in. Feels, I'm not gonna say more realistic, but more genuine or something. Not sure what word I'm looking for here, but sort of nice. Where's the coat hanger? Okay. And yes, I still go in my certain order on the hidden object scenes. That was it. Okay. It's more like a coat rack or hat stand. Hanger is just, you know, what you put in your closet and hang all your shirts on. Whatever. Headless scarecrow. And of course, we have had a few instances where you have a word that could be one of two things. For example, the compass, that could either be, you know, magnetic compass to show your way, or what we just clicked on, which is a geometric compass, which is the thing you had to buy for 5th grade to draw a circle with. And you used it for that one day in math class when you had to draw a circle. And you never used it again. At least I never did. So we'll have to watch out for those kind of words in here. We have a token. What's the token good for? I do not know. Where can we go now? You can't get in there yet. Let's head back. Can we use it here? Yes, we can. Huh. So we're just gonna take the tab off that soda can. Okay, this is a game, I believe the description said late 19th century. They had soda cans during the 19th century? That's interesting. Another frame corner. So yeah, these two, they go towards the same thing, but I guess they're not gonna group them together. They're just gonna take up extra inventory space. Now we need some handles. Oh. So where should we go next? Okay. Oh wait. Electric tape. I don't know where we're gonna need that, but I'm sure we'll find some use for it. So we still need one more valve handle, and we need a hose before we can turn that thing on to do whatever it does. Need a lock for that. We need to find some way to get this guy to move. We need a permit before we can go back in here.
You need a permit to come in, otherwise please stand back.
Yep. That's really all we can do there. We need to fix this thing. We need a key for this. There's still... Right, there was a rim for this picture that's missing. So we'll need to find that. Let's try heading back to the house. Maybe there's something we can pick up. I don't know what the heck. We'll drop these off. Just so they're there. I'm really not sure what we can do now. Oh, I missed something. Okay, that's where the handles go. Alright, now we're moving. So another mini game. This one works. Use the controls to drive the ball into the hole in the upper right corner. So... Okay. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. So yeah, here's a game of... Yeah, this is a unique one. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Pretty simple and it's kind of fun. And that gave us the gate handle. Now we're cooking.
There you are, Owen. I've been looking for you everywhere. Why didn't you show up at the crime scene?
One of your uniforms, a young fellow, wouldn't let me in. I identified myself, but he wouldn't have it.
Evans! Damn it, he's nothing but trouble, that boy.
Evans.
All right, let's meet back at the plaza. I'll walk you past him.
All right, I'll see you there.
So Evans, he's a bit of a problem child. Go and fix these while we're here, just so we can do something. And we'll head back to the crime scene.
Detective Green!
Look here, Evans. I don't enjoy running all across town to make up for your boneheaded mistakes. Didn't I tell you to let Owen Wright through as soon as you saw him?
My mistake, Detective. I was expecting Mr. Owen Wright to look differently.
And what exactly was he supposed to look like to you?
Well, I was expecting some resemblance to Olivia.
And it didn't occur to you that she might have taken after her mother?
Begging your pardon, sir. Won't happen again, sir.
Now, gentlemen, we have pressing business at hand. Reprimanding a young officer can wait.
Right you are, Owen. Evans, you're needed at the crime scene.
Poor Evans.
Good God. I have seen my share of horrors in war. But to kill a man and turn him into a stage prop?
You've got that right. I was really shaken when the first victim turned up, but the guy, this Lonely Hearts killer, was just getting started.
Sir? I completely forgot.
Yes? What is it this time?
I found this while inspecting the crime scene.
Evans, you're going to be the end of me. Owen, this headband.
This was Olivia's.
It has musical notes written on it. Charlotte said she saw Olivia give her headband to Leonard Bain this morning. I wouldn't want to jump to conclusions here, but I think the Lonely Hearts killer might be none other than Bain. We need to search Bain's house immediately. I'll meet you there. Evans, you have a permit from my office. Give it to Owen, will you?
Yes, sir.
In case you ever need something from my office.
Here is the permit. Take it, sir.
Thank you, Evans.
So now we know Olivia's been taken. See, Peter Ross, he was taken and killed.
Hello, Owen.
It's his dad, I think. Yep, it's his dad. Poor guy.
Sir, I apologize for the misunderstanding back there.
Yep. So that's more or less everything we can do here. So yeah, the Lonely Hearts killer, he's killing these poor people and leaving them in public places. Sad. So,
He's
Logan.
not home. Maybe he suspected something. Either way, we have to get inside and look for evidence. And for clues to Olivia's whereabouts.
So what are we waiting for? Let's go in!
The door is locked solid. See that ladder up there leading to Leonard's window? It's glued to that platform, but a blast of hot steam should melt the glue and bring it down.
Nice thinking. So I need to fix this thing. And question our suspect, Leonard. Another frame corner, and we'll see. We'll get into the office here.
Very well, right this way.
And here's Logan's office. Very nice office. Yep. And all the evidence for Lonely Hearts Killer. So Logan's been knee-deep in this stuff for a while now. Had quite a few victims so far. Sure, we'll take a hose. We have the last 2 frame corners, so we'll go ahead and fix that picture back in the house. Ooh, hidden object! So apparently Owen here, he went to war. So he's seen his fair deal of horror. So that's just sort of something they throw in there about him, that he'd been to war. I'm trying to think. This is late 19th century. Trying to think of what war that would have been. And I think, oh, what the heck. I'm gonna go on Google for a little while. It was in the late 1800s. Well, the Anglo-Afghan War. First Boer War. Yeah. I'm just looking up the ones that the British Army was involved in. Looks like there are quite a few in the last 30-40 years of the 19th century, so who knows what war he was in. Is that not the coin purse? Okay, what is the coin purse then? That's it. I want the coin spelling out, of course. Clearly I didn't have enough caffeine today. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of interesting puzzle. You gotta put the painting back together, but instead of, you just pick up the pieces and you stick them back, you really have to sort of slide everything. So they came up with some unique ones. And apparently we had a pipe in the wall. That's what we kept in the picture safe. Well, it came in handy. So charger fell out. So the safe. Go ahead and open that up. See what we get. And we have a magnet with a length of rope. Well, there was that sewage grate that Owen thought he saw something in. And we got a circuit breaker lever. That's always helpful. Is that, I think here? Yeah. Turn the lights on. Or we're gonna do this first. So we have a mini game again. Using the arrows, dial the answers to the 3 mathematical problems. Huh? Oh. Oh, I see. So 13 plus 16, that is 29. D 39. 7 times 9 is 63. That was the wrong way. 12 plus 9 times 7. 9 times 7, 63, plus 12, 75. Alright. Yeah, it's not a very hard one. It's kind of cool. I'm liking the minigame so far. Came up with some nice ones. So we have mailbox key, which we can go ahead and use outside Charlotte's place. A fish. Charlotte had a fish in her mailbox. And so we're gonna feed these poor little kitties.
Here, kitty, kitty.
And they had a valve behind them. So now we can go and fix this thingy, steam generator. And we have steam. We melt the glue. And we're in.
You know, Owen, I might as well let you in on a secret. I may be a police detective, but I'm never entirely sure of what I'm supposed to be doing on the job. Sometimes I get the feeling that things work themselves out without my help.
If anything, your intuition has saved us more than once, Logan. I'm glad you are the way you are.
Sorry I brought it up, Owen. This isn't the time or the place. Let's focus on the business at hand. This cupboard looks funny. We need to open it, but how? Could you take a look?
Sure.
So Logan, he's kind of an interesting character, and we sort of do explore that.
What a strange
Their
look.
psychology
I need
a
to
little
think
bit, and their
about this.
personalities. I got this funny lock here, but we sort of do have a fair amount of character development here. Which honestly I don't think you see a lot in hidden object games, because, well, you know, why would you? But no, here we're taking our time, getting to know everybody. Which I enjoy. Like I've said before, I consider the storyline the most important part of any hidden object game. And here, they obviously thought so too. So yeah, we really are gonna sort of get to know our people. Scarecrow. And obviously Logan and Owen are very close and gone through a lot together, so they're good buds. So we have puzzle discs. We need 2 more. Something else we can look at? Not really. So firecracker. Can we use that on this thing? Let's give it a shot. Let's firecracker.
Well, that might have been a bit over the top.
Oh well. Oh well, so it was over the top. We blew something up. Yeah, so we'll give Lady Justice her scales. I'd say Logan must be a pretty friggin' good detective. Even if he's not sure what he's doing, it must be pretty friggin' good to have an office that has a giant statue of Lady Justice in it. Apparently he had one of the puzzle discs in his safe. So we got the other cuckoo bird with a clock. And a silver rim, which we can go put on Charlotte's picture back in her house. Curious, does anybody else have any new comments?
Peter Ross, that poor fellow. I don't know how Benjamin will find it in himself to cope with the loss.
Len's a good musician, but his quick temper has caused us embarrassment on more than one occasion.
Poor Benjamin Ross. What a terrible tragedy to outlive your own son. You know, my niece, she's gone missing too.
Yep.
With the Lonely Hearts Killer, it's the same every time. He'll kidnap someone and hold them for 30 days, then leave the body in a public place with their heart carved out. And get this, he puts a yellow lotus over where the heart used to be. Oh, it's so horrible. And a little poetic.
A little poetic. It's the last puzzle disc. Yeah, we have a slightly poetic serial killer, and the old lady's commenting on this.
Owen, I hope you've already seen my shoe collection.
Okay, well,
My niece Elizabeth, she was engaged to a sailor who never came back from one of his voyages. The poor girl was crushed, and before long she went missing. I hope to God it's not the Lonely Hearts Killer. Or maybe she just wanted to be alone for a while and ran away from home.
I'm gonna say Lonely Hearts Killer. Sorry, buddy.
You know, take my novels. You'll find no shortage of love stories and tragedies in that. But what's been happening in the city is beyond belief. All these murders.
Oh, they come with like 10 things.
Sometimes I miss my darling departed husband so much. Forgive me, Owen. This time, the Lonely Hearts Killer really went too far. He had the gall to dump a body right in front of the police station. Well, that's a slap in the face for all of us. Poor Peter. We're all going to miss him terribly.
I think I got through everything they had to say. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and fix this. Do this lock puzzle here. So, what do we need to do here? So, all 3 pictures are related. So, we got Bo here, we got Archer, and a target. Okay. Next, camel, guy in turban. Yeah, that's related. Telescope, a wizard, and galaxy. Coins. It's Naughty rich dude. Safe. Balloons, clown, circus tent. Writer, quill, Shakespeare, book. And finally, of course, bread, chef, oven.
We need to arrest Leonard Bain immediately.
I hope you get to that monster before I do.
Detective Green, this report just came in. Leonard Bain was seen in the pub by the port. Should we seize him?
This whole room is crawling with evidence. Have him arrested, Evans, right now.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, Owen. They're bringing Bain in. We need to question him thoroughly.
I hope to God Olivia is still safe.
If the killer has her, we have 29 days. She should survive for that long. Let's go.
From a bunch of the flowers that the killer puts on the bodies.
There's no use denying it, Bain. All the evidence is pointing at you. You were seen with Olivia the morning before her disappearance. Her headband, with the musical notes you wrote on it, was found near Peter Ross's body. Your cupboard was filled to the brim with the killer's signature card. Yellow lotus flowers.
So what? Yes, I saw Olivia, yes. I wrote some music on her headband. She was having a terrible time, and I was being there for her. I mean, I wrote a song to cheer her up.
What about the lotus flowers in the cupboard?
I don't know anything about that, but I have a hunch, and a good one, that this is all Archie Thompson's doing.
And why would Archie Thompson, a man of stature and literary accomplishment, do something as childish as planting fake evidence on someone who's jealous of him? You're not actually saying that he is the Lonely Hearts killer?
I am not jealous of his accomplishments. Are you all blind? Archie Thompson is taking every last one of you for a ride. And he keeps making a fool out of me because I'm the only one who notices. But I'm not the fool here. No way. Everyone around me is. And yes, that blasted Archie Thompson is the Lonely Hearts killer. Sure, I don't have any evidence, but it's him. I just know it. You're holding me here for no reason when you should be taking a good hard look at him instead.
You were seen in the park today, loitering around the fountain.
Oh, how unusual for a citizen to take a walk in the park.
Don't smart off now. We have eyewitness testimony saying that you were acting suspiciously, snooping around the fountain and the statue where Peter Ross was found, as if looking for something. What were you doing there? Speak up.
That's none of your business.
We'll make it our business. Talk or else.
Surely you realize what's going to happen to you when they find you guilty. You better level with us, boy.
Detective Green, sir. I have an emergency report, sir.
Well, spit it out already, Evans.
There's been another murder. Another victim of the Lonely Hearts killer. Oh, you see? I told you it wasn't me.
Damn it.
Don't worry, Mr. Wright. It's not Olivia. Listen to what I'm saying. Bring Archie Thompson in and you'll be saving a lot of lives.
For all we know, there could be more than one killer out there.
What?
And we're down to day 4.
Hello, Logan. Sorry it took so long. I didn't get your message immediately. What happened?
Owen, there's been another murder. The body of Elizabeth Kirk, Jonathan's niece, turned up near the port. She's been missing too, as you know, but she's always been the runaway type, so no one raised a ruckus. I'm afraid this time it was serious.
Oh, Lord. Heaven forbid that Olivia too... that she...
Owen, we still have time. I know that's little comfort now, but we're doing everything we can to find her. I called Archie Thompson in for questioning. Leonard Bain, of course, is running his mouth, but we had to check his statements. Archie Thompson is a rather strange character, if you ask me, but he has an alibi. The night of Peter Ross's murder, he was playing poker with Jonathan Kirk. Cleaned him out, too. Plus, we have several eyewitnesses that saw them together on the night of the crime.
Well, that's not helping. We don't have any leads again.
You're right. We have nothing to go on here, but we have a new victim, and we might catch a break at the crime scene. Evans is already there with a couple other bluecoats. Archie and Charlotte are also on their way. They wanted to comfort Jonathan.
This is just too hard. But we can't sit around and do nothing. Let's go, Logan. Let's hurry up and go.
The bridge is up, so Archie Thompson and Charlotte should still be at the pub. Owen, would you please let them know that we're going to Jonathan Kirk's soon? Meanwhile, I'll be at the crime scene.
All right, Logan. I'll catch up with you later.
Damn it. Owen, are you still there? This thing is stuck. Must have been a while since they oiled it. Listen, could you put some grease on the drive there? Olive oil should be fine.
Just a minute, hold on in there.
I'm not going anywhere.
Poor Logan, he's stuck. So we're on our way to the next crime scene. Johnson, the guy who's talking about his niece's fiance dying. Unfortunately, she got killed.
It's you. Oh, this is such a tragedy. Poor Elizabeth. Oh, this must be especially hard for you, since the killer has Olivia too now. Oh, forgive me, Owen. Please, forgive me.
These are terrible times. All these horrible things are happening and nobody knows why. Poor Jonathan needs our support now, more than ever.
Logan says we should all meet at Kirk's.
Thank you, Owen. Truth be told, we were getting tired of waiting.
So we know that Leonard's not the killer. And he's convinced that Archie here is. Is it just jealousy, or does he know something? Some part of that. More comments?
Jonathan is a good man, if you put aside his love of poker. He's so broke right now that he can't even afford to pay for Elizabeth's funeral. We're going to help, of course, but he really needs to do something about his gambling.
Yep.
You know, Owen, I once heard a fascinating story. It was both romantic and tragic. A man met a woman and they fell in love. Their love was passionate and untamed, and they were oblivious of everything around them. They came from different worlds, but never cared what people said. Love for them was the center of existence. But one day the light fainted and gave way to darkness. The crystal of illusions fell and shattered to pieces. The woman had gone missing without a trace, as if she never existed. Her lover was crushed by the pain and the horror of the unknown. Despair ate at him until he too faded away into nothingness. And what became of him, no one knows.
It's a pretty sad story.
You might think this is a meaningless story, but there is a lot in there about the things that stand in the way of true love. I suggested it for one of Archie's novels, but he said it would be a boring read. He knows better, of course, but still, I would love to read a book based on this.
I don't think it'd make a boring book. Be quite the tearjerker.
Leonard is still behind bars. I actually feel sorry for him. Sure, he's been bad-mouthing me and even saying I'm the killer. But I think that's just failed ambition talking.
So is Archie a bad guy? We shall see. Yeah, it's a very sad story that Charlotte just told us. Why didn't Archie want to turn that into a novel? So you have quite an interesting little social dynamic going on with all these people. You got Archie, the writer, who's done very well for himself and is very popular. Leonard, who And he writes music. I'm guessing that's what he does. And he's our main suspect at the moment, but well, if we go under the assumption that there is only one killer, then we know it's not Leonard. But he was being pretty secretive and wandering around the fountain where the body was discovered. So we know he was doing something, we're just not sure it was murder. We've got Charlotte the widow, who sort of seems to be the socialite. Got our compulsive gambler Jonathan, who just lost his niece. We've got Logan, our great detective. There's, of course, who we're playing as, Owen. And so we got a nice bunch, we got a nice cast of characters going on here. Which, again, obviously something they had to put a lot of time into when they made this game.
Thanks, Owen. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene.
Okay, we'll just head down there. Got a few locked things to get to. And
You're going to pay for everything you've done!
What the hell is going on?
Who would do such a thing?
Mr. Wright? Sir? Maybe it's better if you didn't look.
It happened just over a month ago. Elizabeth received news that her fiancé had died at sea. The Lonely Hearts killer got wind of this, and here we are. Jonathan Kirk is beside himself with grief, but we understand he has some information regarding Elizabeth's disappearance. He says he remembered something. We need to go talk to him, and we need to find out who's been stalking us and shouting all those threats. I'll see you at the bridge.
poor girl. So yeah, we have a killer who is going after people who just suffered a heartbreak. So he probably thinks himself merciful for letting these people go, or for killing them, saving them from pain or something
We
like
need
that.
to get across the bridge, but for some reason the handle on the lowering mechanism is missing.
This is preposterous. Shouldn't there be someone minding the bridge?
You know, everything that's been happening lately, it's been so overwhelming. I'm hoping to get a chance to work on my new novel, once things settle down eventually. I'm sorry if that sounds insensitive. It's just that when I'm not writing, I take things a little too close to heart.
Jonathan must think we forgot all about him by now. We should have been there ages ago.
That's not the... That's the lever. Okay, not the right one though. Where should we do? Something to do in here? Not sure what that's missing. Okay, we're gonna walk around for a little bit. There we go. Got a spring. Use the pin to knock the red pallet all the way to the top. Okay. That. There we go. That's a pretty cool game to have. So you have a key. See if it works on the boat down there. And so we're in the ship. We'll find some stuff here, I imagine. Missing something there. Spark plug. And a round handle. A round handle, isn't that what Owen said we needed for the bridge?
Excellent. See you all at Jonathan Kirk's house.
And we're good to go. Let's go ahead and keep going straight.
Animals like you don't deserve to live! I'll have my revenge! This is getting out of hand.
Someone's not happy. We'll go ahead and talk to Jonathan.
You see, Logan, this was all my fault. I should have reported it when she went missing, but Elizabeth had a habit of running away from home and staying out of touch for a while. So I didn't think much of it when she disappeared on me again.
I understand perfectly, Jonathan. Now, I was told you had some important information about Elizabeth.
Yes. Not long after her fiancé died, Elizabeth told me she saw something suspicious in the abandoned railway tunnel. I brushed it off at the time, but after what happened...
Did she say what it was?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, it's something we have to follow up on regardless. We'll check the tunnel.
Thank you. I'll be waiting for you to let me know how it goes.
Owen, we need to examine the railway tunnel. I'll be waiting for you there.
All right, Logan.
Matilda really surprises me sometimes. Jonathan is dealing with a tragedy here, and all she can do is put the blame on him.
Look, I understand this isn't the time or the place, but what happened was entirely Jonathan's fault. Oh, you must think I'm cruel, but I'll say this much. You have to watch young people these days, and Jonathan couldn't take his mind off poker long enough to think about the safety of his own niece.
I'm sorry, Owen. I've told you everything I know. I'd like to be alone for a while now, if you don't mind.
Poor Jonathan is beside himself. I've never seen him like this before.
Got a couple of these cards. Put those in as we get them.
We all need to rest, especially Charlotte. It doesn't look like she's taking all of this too well.
Archie doesn't agree with me and argues with me when I scold Jonathan. I have to say, it's not hard to see why Leonard isn't so fond of our little novelist. Archie Thompson doesn't know the first thing about being tactful and is always working for a slap in the face. You know, out of all this chaos, some things are starting to come together for me. Obvious things I never used to pay attention to.
Interesting. I'll probably waste way too long just going through everybody's dialogues. No.
This is an unusual lock. I have no idea how to open it. Owen, we need to think of something. There might be important clues in that tunnel.
You're right. Time is of the essence. Listen, Logan. On my way to Jonathan's house, I heard that voice again shouting threats at me. I am worried about that.
I am too. We have to find out what's going on.
Yep. So what's our deal here? We need something. We're missing puzzle parts. So what do we need to do first? Need some sort of figurine there, a Joker one apparently. We need a shovel now. Now I gotta dig it all up first. Oh, alright, got that. So we'll do this hidden object now. And poor Jonathan, he lost his niece. And of course he still has a gambling problem, so needs to get on that. And old lady Matilda, she's definitely not being very friendly about it. Supportive. Whether it was his fault or not. Probably has realized if it was his fault. He's already feeling pretty cruddy about it. Alright, let's go. Really, I gotta drag it to every nail. Okay. Yeah, we got boss cars, so we can go ahead and fix that thing. There goes the Joker figurine. What the heck, we'll listen to some more about the odds.
Matilda really surprises me sometimes. Jonathan is dealing with a tragedy here, and all she can do is put the blame on him. Really, even supposing what she said was true, at a time like this, you just don't bring something like that up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Owen. I've told you everything I...
Okay, so I did get through everybody's dialogue. I remember the first time, everybody had like 4 or 5 things to say. Door, bolt, handle. Okay. Oh, wait. Would that be used here? No. Darn it. Oh, wait. Maybe. No. Okay, we'll try this one. There it is. What do we have in here? A magnet. Cool. And we need a handle for that. Another spark plug. Not sure where those are gonna go yet. Any chance we can use that in here? Yep. Okay, so just, I guess, put everything where they belong. Walrus. They're more south. Gorilla. Gorilla north or south, I can't remember. Gonna go south for a moment. Goes north, north, south. Kangaroo, I'm gonna go south. Should the gorilla be north? Okay, which one am I screwing up? We know the penguin and the polar bear. That's obvious. Wolves and raccoons, yeah, I think are really just in the northern hemisphere. Walrus, pretty sure is southern. Pretty sure they're around Antarctica. Or, okay, I was wrong. They're northerners. Okay. We have a compass rose from that. We still have that thing here, but we need something to cut through glass first. Compass rose. Not that chest thing. Yeah, this. Okay. It's a medical kit. And we got a lockpick from it. There was a lockpick. Alright, there was. Yeah, this thing, right? Yep. So, push several springs to open, but only here. So we only need to push up like 3. And it was the 3 lighter colored ones. Another spark plug. That's all we need from here. We can go ahead and dig all this stuff up. Huh. So a gear and whatever that is. Not sure what's supposed to go in there. Where did we need a gear? Did we need a gear anywhere? Hang on. They're not back. Okay, so we need to find some way to get the rat to stay put. Oh, you just need to catch him. Okay. Yeah, I'm enjoying the gameplay too. Like, I'm doing some fun stuff with the hidden objects. The mini games are pretty cool ones so far. artwork's still stunning. All these different locations and things for us to do. And of course, really getting into the storyline of who's our killer and are we gonna save Olivia? Apparently so, guessing the killer is on some sort of revenge quest. And then there was Charlotte with her story about love and tragic loss. And a bit of insanity thrown in there, too. The guy fading away after losing his lady love. Hedgehog plaque. Hedgehog plaque. Keeping in mind what my channel name is, and for anybody who's a fan of BBC Sherlock, I could make quite a few jokes about this. And we got a wrench. But I'll hold back on the jokes for now, just for those of you who aren't fans of Sherlock and don't know the whole hedgehog joke. It's very long. It's a long one. It has been built up over the course of many years now. So control handle, where am I supposed to use that? Is there any chance it's supposed to be used here? No, didn't think so. Worth a shot. Trying to think where we can use that. Ever. Let me think about this. No. Of course not. Okay. That's odd. Reinforced glass. You just need something to bust that. Nothing doing. Or is there something to do in here still? Go here? There it is. Okay. Move the tiles to the right hand half of the board according to the markings on each tile. So, something like this. Oh, see how this all goes. Okay. this is a pretty cool one too. And I hope I'm doing this right. That was the wrong one. Yep, that did it. Cross-shaped key. So now we finally can open that thing in the tavern. Cat plaque. So we've got a hedgehog and a cat. What are we gonna do with these? I have no clue. See if there isn't. Oh wait. Okay. And we get a heart, which I believe will go here. We get a key. Ooh, missed the hidden object. I'm just blowing past them all. I'm missing them. Compass. The treasure map. So hopefully we'll be able to get into that abandoned railroad tunnel soon. Where's the boot? After we do the other 10 million things we gotta open up. A lot of moving parts. Oh no, in a way it's nice. There's the boot. Okay, that's done. We got a moon disc. Figure out what that's for, I'm sure. Yeah, there's this cabinet. And we get a glass cutter. So now I can finally get the...
It doesn't matter what you do anymore! This is the end of the road for you! Who are you and what do you want?
And our friendly neighborhood psychopath is still screaming abuse at us. Okay. And that's what we need for the gate. So that's what we gotta do. So let's sort of match all these little pieces. That one fits. Another thing to comment is sort of everybody's reactions to the way it's all turning out is sort of interesting. Charlotte seems to be really taking everything on, as she said, it seems like things are coming together for me now through all this chaos. So she seems to be making some self-discoveries. I've seen this kind of game in a couple others, and I kind of like it. So it's a fun one to play, and it's not too hard. Just have to sort of pay attention. And we're done.
Good job, Owen. Let's not waste a second. It's too dark to see in there. They used to put illumination systems in these tunnels to make it easier on maintenance crews. We should turn the lights on so we can get a good look inside.
I have these. That was pretty quick.
Get out of here, Owen! That was a close call.
You should have been dead. How did you... Jonathan, are you insane? What are you talking about? You murderers! You should have died in there. You should have gotten what was coming to you.
Jonathan Kirk, I am hereby placing you under arrest for attempted murder. So, Jonathan, I'm glad to see you've come back to your senses. Never mind all the precious time we've wasted waiting for you to come around, time that might have cost someone else their life. Mr. Owen Wright here. The murderer is holding his daughter hostage as we speak. Does it matter to you at all that she might die too? Now, I hope you're satisfied that neither I nor Owen Wright are in any way responsible for these tragic events and for the murder of your niece Elizabeth in particular. What on earth possessed you to think that we were the killers? And who exactly tried to kill us in that abandoned railway tunnel?
Back there in the tunnel, the person who tried to kill you was Benjamin Ross. Why would Dr. Ross want to kill us? Because he thinks you murdered his son.
And what, pray tell, made the two of you believe such a thing?
Because I told him so. And I heard it from my anonymous guardian angel. Say, what? What guardian angel?
And why would you take anyone's word for something like that?
For years now, this mysterious person has been sending me these letters. He has supported me spiritually as well as financially. I'm a gambler, you know. I always need the money.
So, somebody bought your opinion?
Yes and no. He said he used to be a gambler too, and that he lost everything and ended up at the very bottom. And that is when he had a moment of clarity. He quit gambling, got his wealth back, and vowed to help others do the same. Why would he just keep giving you money knowing full well you'd just gamble it away? Didn't that seem suspicious to you? He said he was helping me keep my family afloat. I ended up needing him, and he never asked for anything in return. He stayed anonymous to make sure I wouldn't feel obligated to return his favors. All he wanted was to get me out of gambling. He said it was the greatest reward he could hope for.
All right, let's go back to the murder attempt. What did your guardian angel tell you about us?
He'd been so worried about these killings over the past 6 months. When my Elizabeth died, I received an urgent letter from him saying that the two of you were the real murderers. That a detective job was the perfect cover for a serial killer. Otherwise, how could the police have been so stupid and let the killer run free for so long? And I believed him. He said someone should take justice into their own hands, and he also suggested I talk to Dr. Ross, because he too had lost a loved one to this Lonely Hearts killer. I had a meeting with Benjamin Ross, and he agreed with me. And then what? And then you know what happened. Benjamin set up a trap in the tunnel, and I lied to get you to go in there. You remember the story I told you about Elizabeth seeing something suspicious in the tunnel before she went missing? That was a lie.
The killer is no longer holding back. He's attacking us head on.
Sir, shall I put out a bulletin for the arrest of Dr. Ross?
Take care of that, Jaden, will you?
Yes, sir.
Owen, we have a lead to the killer again, however tenuous. We need to find out the identity of this anonymous guardian angel. We need to get our hands on Dr. Ross before he does something stupid again. He might also have some more information that could help the investigation.
So that was Dr. Ross screaming about revenge, not the killer. And we are at day 24.
How are you, Logan? I got your message, but I would have come anyway. You see, I got this letter and it's full of threats. It seems to be from the killer. It says,
"Another suffering soul set free. Be at Chinatown today at noon, or your loved ones will be sure to follow." Everyone got that letter. You, me, Charlotte, Archie, Matilda. They found identical ones at Jonathan's house, at Leonard's, and at the residence of Dr. Benjamin Ross. Even Jaden got one.
what the hell is going on? Don't we still have 6 days left?
I have a lot of questions myself. But right now, those letters are the one good lead we have to the killer. We still haven't found Dr. Ross. It's as if he vanished from the face of the earth. Looks like we're going to Chinatown.
You know, Logan, this Lonely Hearts killer has escaped Lady Justice and her sword just about long enough. All I ask is that justice get him before Olivia...
We still have time, Owen. Don't give up hope yet. As for the blindfolded lady here, it occurs to me she's been slacking off lately. All right, time to head out. This time around, the crime scene is a Chinese garden. I'll be waiting for you there.
It still looks like a trap to me. Do you think we'll find any clues there?
We have no choice. The only way is to go on.
So the killer is really, to start quote Criminal Minds, injecting himself into the investigation.
Detective Logan is waiting for you at the crime scene.
I do kind of like the mystery in this game, and yeah, start dealing with the serial killer. Sort of a fun. Yeah, I know. Lack of a better word is sort of a fun mystery to solve. It's a game, so don't take me too seriously. And we have a bra in the hidden object game. It's Victorian era. I think bras were essentially corsets. Or anything else, but no, this is a regular modern day looking bra. Okay. Why not? Why not toss that into a hidden object? Okay. Well, they should be able to move too. Otherwise, it's pretty much impossible. The heck? Okay, how the heck does this work? I can't move the feet. Why can't I move the feet? Oh. Okay. See, the killer drew everybody out here to Chinatown. He's obviously got something very special lined up. Some great big show. And yeah, that's probably another body. Is it a trap? Not sure yet. Let's go find out.
No one seems to know the victim. The locals must be scared too, because they're all gone. Don't worry. This is not our killer's MO. Something must have scared him enough to make this murder different.
Someone must have seen something, or at least heard something.
If there is someone, we'll find them.
Detective Logan, I haven't found anyone. There's not a single soul around except for the hotel clerk.
That doesn't surprise me. Jaden, stand guard here while I interview the people at the hotel.
Yes, sir.
Owen, we need to question everyone at the hotel. Charlotte, Matilda, or Archie might remember something. We can't do anything else here. The victim was a calligrapher, that's all we know about. Who knows? Maybe this means something. See you at the hotel.
A calligrapher.
Yeah. So, we don't really know his story. We don't really know anything about this guy. Seems to have been killed really for no reason. Not even for the killer's screwed up motive of killing people who've been heartbroken. He's deviating now, going off script. About that. And it scared everybody so senseless that nobody's gotta go outside their house. Here's the hotel, here's everybody staying at. So let's go talk to everybody in the hotel.
Look, Detective, I know it's your job to ask the same thing over and over again, but quite frankly, our patience is running thin with all your questioning. Am I right, Charlotte?
Oh, yes, sure. What is it?
I don't think you heard a single word I said. You've been so absent-minded lately.
I'm sorry. Detective Logan, I have nothing more to add.
You're right about one thing. It is my job. I'm afraid this investigation takes precedence over anything else, however tired or offended you might feel. What a waste of time. Archie didn't say anything new. Well, at least he was polite about it. All right. I'll be waiting for you outside. We need to go back to the crime scene.
Logan's just fed up with all this by now.
You know, Owen, that story I told you about that couple who couldn't be together, it keeps haunting me. I see these vague images, pieces of memories. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me. I was thinking out loud.
Archie Thompson had already moved into his room and invited us for drinks. But of course you understand that ladies don't go visiting a man in his room.
Quite proper, isn't she?
I just need to rest. I'm so tired.
And Charlotte seems to have... She's holding on to something, I think.
I don't like how absent-minded Charlotte has been lately. A lady of her stature should always keep herself in check.
Well, you know, sometimes you just can't. Something under here. See if we can talk to Archie.
Oh, it's you, Owen. Those letters, they got everyone rattled up. I should be at home writing. Instead, I'm holed up in here waiting for I don't know what to happen. I can't write anything in this place.
Archie, why did you come? You don't have any family. There's nothing for you to worry about.
Depends on who you call family. No, I don't have any relatives. But I do have close friends, and I don't want to lose them.
Well, I understand that.
This latest victim, he was a calligrapher, as I understand. How tragic that people of the writing arts should have to leave this world. Sorry, that might have sounded a bit cynical. So, Owen, did you get a room here already?
I didn't. I don't have time to sit around waiting.
You must be worried sick, and I understand that. But I think some rest would do you good. When the mind is tired, the world moves too fast to keep up. And you need all your wits about you if you're to find Olivia.
Thank you, Archie. I'll keep that in mind.
See, Archie seems more worried about writing than anything else. Tad. I guess it's somewhat understandable that's a tad selfish. He just sort of seems to be far off. But at least he's here because he cares about his friends. What's this thing? A map. So we need to find map pieces now. What do we have?
Owen, I think...
You should go to the old sewer canals. That is where you'll find your answers.
There goes Ross again. This might be a trap. We have to check it out anyway.
So now Ross is, I guess, giving us clues. We need to find the key for that. Missing something here. Phone book. There we go. And there's a map piece. And that's all we needed there. I think. No. Darn. Oh well.
You'll find your answers by the old fisherman's house. Hurry up, or you're going to be too late. I am so tired of this.
Russ. Need something to pull that out. That needs a panel. We got all sorts of stuff we need to fix. And we need to figure out some way to remove that. Another key for that. Alright. Oh, we can light this. Head. Where could I use that? That fit here? Yes, it will. But I need a second one. that was... Oh. Okay. How'd I miss that? Okay. And the map fragment. Yay!
That poor man. We don't even know who he was.
This is the hatch Ross was talking about. It's dangerous, but we have to check it out. If we can find a way to open it.
Yep. Got 2 map fragments. I'm sure I'm gonna need another one. I just need all sorts of stuff. Not sure how we're gonna get that. Oh, it was just the 2. So what we need to do here, find 2 identical objects on the map and dial the sliders to match the 2 numbers. Okay. 6, 6. I see. So, the 2 flags. Let's try. And 2. I guess. Okay. 8 and 15. Other way around. Okay. Oh. That's an interesting one. So now I can go open that box. Key to the lockbox. Sweet. Alrighty. Now we're moving along. Cart handle, so we can open up this. And hidden object. Where can we plant this? Guess we need to pour water on it. Of course, it'd never grow that quickly in reality. Yeah, this thing here, I guess we can make a flute out of it. You gotta drill. Wires. Use this, and we can make a flute. We are really coming down to the wire, so hopefully we get that needed break in the case. So we have should be able to work on this. A metal hook. Would that work on this? Didn't think so. What can we use that for? Oh wait, I know. A punch card. What we need the punch card for, I'm not sure. Oh wait. Yeah. Never mind. I do know. So get into this. Janitor's closet. Pressure gauge. We use that here. Okay, so yeah, just add up to the given number. So now I need 3. Just do plus or minus. No problem. 6. Yeah. Number 4. No big problem. And kind of fun. Manhole, that's what we need for the sewer grate. And down we go.
All right. Great work. I'll go first. I'll be waiting for you down there. Hurry up.
Logan, when I was going to Chinatown, Ross was shouting from somewhere again. This time he said we'd find our answers by the old fisherman's house. The other time he was saying something about the sewers. What do you think he's trying to do?
Interesting. I can't be sure, but I think those two places might be connected. These sewers should take us to the fisherman's place. Who knows? We have to check up on this.
Figure out some way to get there. Here we have a broken setup, so I need to find something for that.
Ah, damn it. Another locked door. We have to open it. I can see a fisherman's house from here. We're almost there.
We need to find a way out.
Locked door. I need a couple more of these. Oh, now we have something we can use the star for. The key. Lion's paw. Which, if memory serves, we can use in Archie's room. So let's go pay Archie another visit.
I hope Detective Logan finds enough leads at the crime scene to get to Olivia. I pray she turns up fine.
Yeah, I do. Stone necklace. So we can use the necklace back in the garden on that lion. I was missing something. And we have a hidden object real quick to do. Put the mirror back together. And that bra is still hanging there for some reason. Okay. Where's that last mirror piece? There it is. Yin. Where's Yin? Thought Yin was the white one, white part, but okay. Maybe I've been getting it wrong all these years. But the important part is to just know what yin and yang represent, how opposites can coexist. Something we could all learn about, I think, nowadays. Really did a beautiful job with the artwork. I mean, just the different locations alone. You've had the streets of London, or whatever part of London, whatever part of England we're in. I'm guessing it's London. And the neighborhood around there. Then we had sort of the countryside and the harbor, where we found Elizabeth's body, and now we're in Chinatown. Apparently putting his necklace back on broke the orb here. Okay. Yeah, they just create quite a stunning little world here. Yeah, artwork's definitely A plus. So what do we need to do here? Rearrange the pieces into a more visually logical pattern. You can rotate each individual circle or shift entire rows up and down. Okay. Okay. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Oh. I'm assuming those little squeaking sounds means we've got it right. Something clicked into place. Okay, we got like a progress bar here, so we know how close we are. So we know that this one's all good now. This one, almost there. One artist. Okay. Awesome. Now we can unlock the door.
Let's go. Hurry up.
Let's get going.
There's the fisherman's house, all right. Doesn't look like much.
Let's go in.
Oh no! I think that came from the hotel. That's where everyone is.
Good heavens!
So yeah, let's go ahead and go back and check that out. See if everybody's alive.
How did this happen?
I don't know. Something exploded inside the hotel. Oh, Lord. I heard Archie Thompson screaming. I heard him burn alive in that room.
And Charlotte? What happened to her?
Charlotte is fine. You see, just before the explosion, Dr. Ross came up to her. They talked for a while and then left the hotel together. I was watching from afar, of course. It made me curious, so I followed them at a distance. But as soon as I stepped outside, there was that dreadful blast. Oh, the humanity!
I'm such an idiot. Jaden, stay here with Matilda. I'll take care of everything. I'm sorry, Owen. I have to leave you for now.
So, looks like Archie's dead.
I heard his screams. Archie! I heard him burn alive!
Poor Archie. Not much to do here. Get to that. Pottery fragment. That killer's just sort of going crazy on everybody. Poor Matilda, I bet she feels really cruddy about being critical of him earlier at Jonathan's house when she was sort of going off on him. Chinese character. What exactly am I supposed to be doing here? Okay. Put the matches on top of each other. plans we need for that door back in the house. And the wooden gear. All shaped like a bird's feather. So I'll need to find that now. So this is supposedly where we're gonna find all of our answers. Bunch of fisherman stuff. I'm assuming there's something important. What do we need the harpoon for? I'm not sure. Oh wait, need it for this? Yes, we can. I do kind of like how everything that moves is computer animated. It's all very detailed. I mean, you got those few close-ups we've had of Logan. It's pretty dang detailed. And usually, on a computer animation, I mean, it's good, but it's almost kind of more like the animation you see from The Sims. Yeah, it can be good animation, but let's face it, it's not exactly Pixar. So, what do we need to do here? Click the button as fast as you can to bring your boat to the finish line first. Hard game, you just really gotta go fast. Go, 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 go! And there it is. The other fan. So that's literally all we need to do here. Not sure if that's the secret to all our questions, but well, we'll see, won't we? What do we have next?
Owen, hold on. There you are. There is something I wanted to tell you. Hold it! Hold it right there!
Oh no, Charlotte! Who did this to you? Who was that?
I'm sorry, Owen. I was so foolish.
Charlotte, it's all right. You have nothing to apologize for. Who did this to you? Charlotte! How did he get you? What is going on here? Not now! I'll explain later. You knew, didn't you? How did he do this to you?
I had a choice. Become an exhibit or die like this. I didn't want to be a stage prop.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have left you alone. I knew he would try to kill you. But I was hoping he died in that fire. He? Who is he?
Archie Thompson. Oh, he's the killer. Hurry. He's going to kill all his prisoners. No ritual this time. He's holding them all in his mansion. All of them.
I am sorry. I'm so sorry, Charlotte. But Matilda said Archie was killed in the hotel fire. Who was that man?
That was Archie. He's the killer, damn it. He got away. Dr. Ross? You're the last person I expected to see. How is Charlotte? Is she going to make it?
I'm afraid she is dead. Logan, we need to hurry up. Right before she died, Charlotte said Archie was holding those people in his mansion and was going to kill them off without any ritual. We should head out immediately.
Dear God. Benjamin, you are under arrest. We have a carriage stationed outside. There's no time to waste. Jaden will take us to Archie's mansion and you can explain yourself along the way. This is worse than I thought. We leave right now. Well, Dr. Ross, I would like to hear your side of the story now.
Logan, I'm not feeling well. Everything's a haze and I have a ringing in my ears. You're exhausted, Owen. You need to rest.
Try to get some sleep while we're on the way. It's a pretty bumpy road, but you need some rest. Suppose you're telling the truth. How could you know that Archie was the real killer?
After I tried to get rid of you because I thought you'd killed Peter, I realized I'd been blinded by revenge. Yes, I took Jonathan at his word, but please understand that both of us were puppets in the hands of Archie Thompson. When they arrested Kirk, I started my own investigation. I spent days on end following every single one of you around. When he stepped out, I searched his briefcase and found a sealed letter addressed to Jonathan. It sounded a lot like what Jonathan said his guardian angel used to write to him. That was my first clue, but I had to find more. I needed an ally, so I contacted Len Bain. I knew he'd help me. He hated Archie so much.
You had hard evidence. Why didn't you come to me?
I was wanted by police and I was not going to prison. Not before I could kill Archie with my own hands.
So, Len Bain was right about Archie after all. Those flowers in his cupboard were fake evidence planted by the killer. What happened to Len?
I helped him break out of prison this morning.
What? Jaden, why was I not informed that Len escaped?
So sorry, sir. I only heard about it myself just before we found Dr. Ross. And then with all the commotion, it slipped my mind completely.
Jaden, what am I going to do with you? All right, Ben. Let's hear the rest of it.
Archie realized he was being followed and started getting desperate. He killed the calligrapher, the Chinese man he hired to write those letters because he didn't speak a word of English. The poor bastard had no idea what he had been writing, but Archie got rid of him anyway, just to be sure. He made the body into an exhibit to make it look like another broken heart. And the worst of it, the calligrapher invited us to his own funeral. Remember those threatening letters urging us to Chinatown? He wrote those too. Archie is the devil incarnate.
What do you know about the explosion?
That was Archie's plan all along. He put explosives in the hotel, plotting to blow everyone up and stage his own death too. Take care of everyone in one broad stroke, but Len and I decided to step in and make sure he got killed instead. We did our best to lure everyone away from the hotel, by any means necessary. The two of you I sent to the old fisherman's house. And Len was supposed to go to Archie's room and immobilize him, so it would look like he died in the explosion. I was worried about Lenny. He was livid with hatred towards that man. He loved your daughter, Owen. He even got her a ring. Wanted to surprise her and hid it in the fountain, but by an ironic twist of fate, it was the same fountain where my boy, my Peter, was dumped by that monster.
Things are getting pretty complicated. All right, go on. How did Archie survive, and where is Len? Didn't Matilda say she heard Archie screaming in the fire?
You see, Archie got the better of Len in that hotel room. It was Lenny who burned alive. Archie got away, as you know.
Everything's going to hell.
Any other criminal would have gone into hiding after this, but not Archie. He gave in to cowardice and bloodlust. You remember that story Charlotte used to tell about the two lovers who got separated? The man in that story is Archie. He was the one who went through that love tragedy. He was the one who locked himself up in the cellar for 30 days. If anyone got wind of this, Archie would have become the primary suspect, and being dead wouldn't have helped him. Not to mention his death would have suddenly looked very suspicious. Charlotte told me all of this when I was taking her out of the hotel. This is a tragic day. Charlotte and Len are not with us anymore. Everyone dies.
Owen, we're here. We have to arrest Archie immediately.
Poor Len. So that's why he was acting suspicious, was he was planning to propose to Olivia.
I see Archie isn't keen on having any visitors today.
Go away, unless you want to die.
Don't be a fool, Archie. There's nowhere for you to run.
Logan, I've been stringing you along all this time, and you still think I'm a fool? I know how to protect myself. By all means, go ahead. Try your hand at the unknown. You might find freedom.
I swear I'll get you, Archie!
Maybe you should hurry up. Or Olivia might have some trouble breathing.
You devil spawn! If you touch one hair on her head!
Please, calm down, Owen. I know how hard this is, but we can get him if we keep our cool. Otherwise, he can use our anger against us.
I'll do my best, but I can't promise anything.
All right, that's all I ask.
Pardon, sir. Shall I accompany you inside?
No, stand here and guard Dr. Ross.
Yes, sir.
We should figure out a way to get inside fast.
You're right. Maybe we can get in if we move this slab out of the way. There's a rope in the trunk. It might come in handy.
And Lenny was right about Archie all along. He is a dirtbag.
There's something in there. We might be able to use it to open the front door.
Yeah? It's got this little piece. Okay. So we have to make this puzzle. And only these little links here will allow puzzle pieces to be swapped. Nice way to make a puzzle a little bit more challenging. Okay. That fits. Perfect. And yeah, it does turn out that Archie, he got his heart broken, so probably figured he was doing everybody a favor by killing them. You're psycho. Get
Good
in.
job. Let's hurry up. There is a door in the kitchen that leads to the cellar. I think that's where Archie is holding his victims. We need to look around for a key.
Logan, look out!
Damn it! Whew, that was close. All right, let's keep going.
I don't think that was an accident.
I know it wasn't. I'll be upstairs.
We have to be careful.
I'll try.
Definitely not an accident. As if that could be an accident.
We need to open the door to the cellar immediately. Archie might be holding Olivia in there.
We're almost there. Anything else we can do over here? Let's go upstairs.
I wonder what these pipes are for. They run through the whole house. We need to check out the study.
So yeah, we have pipes that run everywhere. We don't know what they're for yet, but we will see soon enough. Probably for some sort of transport.
Everything looks a bit off here. Somehow out of place. We should take a look around.
Maybe. What do we have in here? Another emblem. So we can go open whatever this thing is there in the kitchen. And there's a hidden object in the piano. Who leaves this much crud in their piano? Accordion is where? Where are you? Right there. Getting pretty close to the end. And so yeah, Olivia's most likely in the cellar. We just have to get to her before Archie pulls something. Didn't really sound like any tune I've ever heard of. It's not a kind of out of tune. A little bit. So let's put some ink in here. And we have a map. What for? I have no idea. a quick little maze puzzle to do. And we got a key. Will that work on this? Yes, it will.
Owen, wait for me. I got held up in the study. It's a strange place. Looks like we found where Archie is holding his victims. Look at these pipes. They run through the whole house. Maybe Archie puts his victims to sleep before he kills them. Oh no, Archie's opened the gas. He might go for a lethal dose this time. The pressure is still low. We have to do something, right now. I don't see a lock on any of these doors. There must be a control panel somewhere else. We should go back to the study. There was something unusual about that place.
Olivia, darling, hold on in there for just a little longer.
We're coming. We're almost there.
There should be a secret compartment here. We need to find the control panel and cut off the gas as soon as possible.
Not really anything we can do here. We have nothing in our inventory, so not quite sure what we're supposed to do. Alright, missed a puzzle here. So arrange from smallest to largest. Okay, so Australia, I think we just do the smallest. Okay. Okay, so as for the continents, I think I should go South America, Africa, North America. I'm guessing these light up. Yeah, so it lights up when you get it right. Okay. Australia's the smallest. Pretty sure South America's next. I remember reading somewhere that Antarctica was like second or third biggest continent. Pretty sure Eurasia is the biggest, at least it should be. I should know this. I do remember a long time ago doing a puzzle like this where they literally gave you the square mileage for all the continents. Oh. Thought Antarctica was bigger. Okay. Water fragment. One more piece for that. Oh, there we go. Got the last piece of that. So we can head out here.
So this is where he's been growing those flowers. Only Archie could taint even a symbol of purity such as these.
Yep, this is where he got all his lotuses that he put on there. We have more pipes carrying the gas. Base. If memory serves, I think contrabase is like a size down from the base. Because the base is the giant one. Don't think it gets that much bigger. Trumpet, where's the trumpet? That's not a trumpet, that's a euphonium. I should know, I play. Yeah, so make sure you know what your instruments are. The thing that I clicked as trumpet is a euphonium. How do you make a pirate ship? You put a flag on a little piece of paper. So knob. The knob go here? Nope. Maybe here. There we go. Padlock ring. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah. You can open this up. Another ball. And the lever for the dumbwaiter. There we go. So now we can go do that.
Oh no! Olivia!
And it looks like Archie's up in the dosage.
Well, did you find anything? The gas pressure has gone up. We don't have much time.
I found a strange book that might fit on that bookshelf.
Great. Let's see what happens. Hurry up.
Logan!
Oh, just you wait, Archie Thompson. I'm going to make sure you get the best treatment in prison.
Logan, I'm going to open it.
All right. We're almost there.
Yeah, so whole place is just booby-trapped. Okay, so you gotta rotate the piece. They're all supposed to form hearts. You gotta rotate them. And then okay. There it is. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting one to have. And voila. It's kind of a cool game.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Strange, isn't it? It certainly might seem that way to you. I'm sure you weren't expecting to see this.
Archie, there's nowhere for you to run. Give yourself up, nice and easy.
I wouldn't do that, Detective Green. I pull this handle and everyone dies of poisoning. No sudden moves if you'd be so kind. Don't worry. This won't take long.
You touch that handle, and I'll rip your arms off, you bastard!
Owen, keep it together now.
It's hard to be a man of contradictions. To always have to choose between what's dear to you and what's dear to others. Between getting stabbed and fighting back. Between being true to yourself and staying alive.
Archie, what are you saying?
I've always been a man of the arts. I only did something because I believed in it. But the things I've been doing lately, I don't believe in them. I only did them to stay out of sight. To stay out of prison. To stay alive.
Do you regret what you've done?
Yes. But I'm not apologizing to you. I'm apologizing to myself. Our whole lives we put on this show of being independent, of being self-sufficient. But what good is anything we do if there's no one there to see it? All the world's a stage. But why can't an actor play himself? I want a different kind of fame before I die. The audience may be small, but it will do. My heart has been broken for a long time now. I've dedicated my life to setting broken hearts free. And here they are. But it's my own heart that's long overdue.
Archie, wait. There's nothing I'd want more than to see you go ahead and do yourself in. I detest you. But first and foremost, I'm a police detective, and I think that you should just...
Quiet! I only surrender to myself and to my art.
You'll die like a dog!
What the hell is going on? Jaden, what are you doing? I can't even trust you to guard an old man.
I don't know what to say, sir. It all happened so fast.
Turn off the gas. The panel is right there. Now, Jaden, turn off the damn gas.
Yes, sir. There's a button here, too. It looks like it opens something.
Push it. It should unlock the doors to the cellar.
Benjamin, looks like I'm adding the murder of Archie Thompson to your list of charges.
I regret nothing! What have I got to lose? I should go. Olivia's waiting for me.
All right, Owen. See about the other prisoners, too. I'll be with you in a minute.
And she's safe. Yeah, we brought Olivia home.
You will live forever. I promise you, my son.
Twist. That twist. So that sets up our bonus chapter, which we're gonna go ahead and start. True Evil.
Detective Logan.
Hello, Jaden. What's the situation?
It's bad, sir. Archie's grave has been desecrated. There's no damage, though. They just took the body.
I was hoping we'd forget about Archie already. What would anyone want with his body?
I don't know, sir.
This investigation is wearing me out. I could use some rest.
But I didn't come empty-handed, sir.
Jaden, why do you always leave the important things for last?
Sorry, sir.
All right, what have you got?
I was going through the records of the people connected to Archie Thompson and discovered a most interesting fact.
Archie was the illegitimate son of Matilda Graham Taylor.
Go on.
I didn't want to let you down again, so I acted as fast as I could. I took out a search warrant and went to her mansion with a couple of constables. There was no one there. Even the servants were gone. We searched the house, and it looked as if they left in a hurry. That was strange enough, but what we found in the house was the real shocker.
Let's hear it, Jaden.
I found Matilda's memoirs and looked through them. It turns out that she had been Archie's accomplice all along. She had a hand in almost everything that happened.
What? Damn it, we have to arrest her immediately. If Archie was her son, she should be furious about his death. There's no telling what she could do now.
Yes, sir. I put a bulletin out for her arrest, but she's still at large.
I seem to remember there's an estate in Scotland that belongs to Matilda's family. It's a long shot, but we should go there and investigate. And we can't afford to wait for another warrant. We leave right now, no police detail, just the two of us.
Right now, sir?
Yes, no time to waste.
Mm-hmm. So now
Here
we're
we
playing
are,
as
Jane.
Logan.
This is awfully quiet, even for a mountain town at night.
Detective, the bridge is damaged here. We might try to cut this tree down and use it as a makeshift bridge. But we'll need a saw.
If that's what it takes. Something bad is brewing here. I can feel it.
A brewery, sir? I wouldn't mind going for a pint myself.
Jaden, what's the matter with you? We're not here for beers. Pull yourself together, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jaden.
Jaden, when are you going to stop goofing around and start paying attention?
Sorry, sir.
Wait here while I look for a saw.
Jaden. So, yeah, as we saw, Matilda is Archie's biological mother and
That
helped do
jar.
everything.
What in the world happened here? I have a really bad feeling about this.
There's a person in there. Yeah. So Matilda, just as crazy as her son. And as we saw earlier, so Archie, his whole thing was he considered himself an artist. And as such, what he did was...
Jaden, there's some rotten business going on here. I found a jar filled with a muddy fluid in that house, and there was a human hand inside it.
Hand, sir? Do you think it was real?
It seemed real to me.
Everything about Archie Thompson means death. I don't think I need to see it.
Don't blame you. And of course, he thought he was being merciful, saying the heart's free.
Easy does it! Oh, great. We can get across now.
Just be careful, please.
Thank you, Detective. You too, sir.
I'll do my best.
And his mother stole his body, so we gotta figure out what happened there. So we're playing in the role of Logan and going along with this dummy
If you'll
Blue
pardon
coat.
my question, sir. Thinking about all those times I've let you down, why haven't you fired me yet?
Oh, you'll be surprised, Jaden, but I used to be a clumsy greenhorn just like you when I was starting out. I keep you around because I see myself in you.
You mean, one day I could become a great detective, just like you, sir?
That's up to you. And I'm not great.
I'll do my best, sir.
Now's a good time to start. We have to get going.
Yes, sir.
He's a good kid, he just ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. Of course, we have continuing character development. We learn a little bit more about Jaden and his relationship with his boss, and how Logan was a clumsy moron himself at one point. And of course, we're learning everything about Matilda now. She seems so proper and everything, and Turns out she was in on it all. Yeah, I think a good hint could have been and of course, her having gotten outside and hearing what she assumed was her son dying. And of course, she's taking him somewhere, and we gotta track her down. And by now, Olivia and Owen, they've gone home and are resting.
There's no one here. It's like everyone vanished. Do you think this one had a body in it too, sir?
It might have. I hope I'm wrong.
Why is she doing this?
We need to get to the bottom of this. The mansion is close by. Matilda might still be there.
Detective, I'll be waiting by the front door.
Very well. I'll be right there.
So, I think we can go ahead and assume Matilda is a serial killer as well. And of course, all the townspeople have gone missing. Big question is, how the heck did a little old lady kill all these people? Unless she did them all in before
The door
son
is
died.
locked, sir.
I expected that much. Wait here while I look for a key.
Yes, sir. I'll be here guarding the door.
I'm sure you can manage that.
Let's hope he can manage that much. Then we get a torch. A fresco thing. We need to put a mask on there. Curious if we can just light the torches on one of these things. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. They got a little lighting mechanism already in there. Alright. What can we do next? Two mosaic pieces. I'm not sure where they're supposed to go. Need the key. Oh, there's the other torch. Puzzle pieces. This puzzle here for the pub, I think. Come over here. Our pieces go on light squares, dark pieces belong on dark squares. Here we have no bit of Tetris almost. See how this goes. Okay. Think we're on the right track. There's one half done. That just needs to be in the exact same way, more or less. Alright. Yeah. I kinda like these puzzles. They're a pretty good challenge. Let's see what's waiting us in here. I need a couple more pieces for that. Need something for that. At least we get a hook. I think that's all we can do here for now. Got a hook, so that should be able to get us that key over here.
Great, I've got the key.
Yay. Oh, I missed my safeties. Beautiful shot. Beautiful artwork of Scotland. Love the waterfall. Yeah, it's so pretty. Okay, so key to the mansion. We're in.
I knew you could do it, sir.
Let's hurry up and go inside.
Yes, sir. Detective, this is...
I know, Jaden.
But that's...
Calm down, Jaden. Let's check that room to the left.
Yes, sir.
Damn it. All right, forget it, Jaden. It was just a stray dog.
I was just... And then all of a sudden...
Oh, poor Jaden. Is that not the fur hat? Should be the fur hat. Okay, where is the fur hat? Made it inside the mansion, now we just gotta find Matilda. And hopefully not kill Jaden in the process. And for the heck of it, we're gonna put a mustache and goatee on a picture of a woman. Why not? Just to keep things a little lighthearted. Okay, where's the firefucker? I do love a good bonus chapter in these games. Try to do more collector's editions in the future. Pretty good. Need something there. Let's check on Jaden.
Look at this. Sir, this looks recent. I think the body has been chemically processed.
Could this be Archie?
Oh, I don't know, sir.
All right, enough with the guesswork. What else do we have here? Matilda's probably gone, but we can at least look around for some clues.
This is a strange helmet. It's locked with a key. As if there's something important inside.
Another lock, another key. Stay here, Jaden. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Well, at least we can do something with all these pieces now. Okay. So yeah, we will need to open that up. Windmill blades. Where would I need windmill blades? Hang on, wasn't there a thing in the very beginning? Yeah, right here. Alrighty. Yeah, now I can do this thing. So this is swap the rods around so that pressing the button rearranges the tiles into a meaningful picture. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so that gets one of them. Maybe this one. Okay, so we got 3 in line. Alright, so yeah, it's not too hard once you get going on it. It's kind of an interesting puzzle to have. So, I don't know how meaningful a picture this is, but it's a pretty pattern. And we're moving along. A little bit too much. A little bit more. Alright, almost there. And I'm enjoying this one. A little bit more. Perfect. Kinda like that game. So open this thing up. An unusual key. Where did we need an unusual key? In here. Yeah. Darn. Okay, thought that was gonna be it. Apparently not. Where else did we need a key? Or a weird key? Oh, in here. Get in this house.
This is horrible. What insane people would do something like this?
Insane people. Yeah, Matilda's been up to some weird stuff. Popcorn. I gotta make popcorn now. I'm not sure that's how it works. You just stick a cob of corn near fire and you get popcorn. I don't think that's how it works. Should be getting close. Smoking pipe. There we go. Go. Summon a ghost real quick. Looks kinda like Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. A little bit. Oh, finally uncork this thing. I think we just wasted some good beer though. So now we have a unicorn. We're doing pretty good, I think. Getting there. I think this is going to be, just get these things into the right color. They also have to form a pattern though. Okay. Just to make it slightly more complicated, they have to form a pattern. Overall, not a bad game. And we have a drawer now. Pretty much everything left to do here. That doorknob will help us with our bust. Or headless torso. Stallion, that'll be up here. And what now? Bedroom in the attic. We need a smiling bear. Not just any bear, he has to be smiling. Running squirrel. An acorn will run. As usual. And where's the diamond? There it is. Go and fix this fresco here. Put one piece out and put one piece in, another falls out. And what will we find here? A little key. The helmet key. Wonderful.
What a strange mask. Wait a minute. I saw an opening shaped just like this mask near the entrance to the cave. We should go there.
Yes, sir. I'll be there waiting for you.
So, one thing I probably should have mentioned is that this game is kind of like a prequel to another game, Brink of
You're
Consciousness.
absolutely right, sir.
Yeah.
It's shaped just like the mask we found.
Jaden, this is serious. We're going in, and there's no telling who or what we're going to find in there.
I'm ready.
Yep. So yeah, another Brink of Consciousness game, Dorian Gray syndrome, which I probably should have done first, but I don't know, this is a prequel, so it's not going in technically the more correct order. But this mask.
Jaden! I'm all right, sir. Just twisted an ankle.
Doesn't look like they want any visitors. Hang in there. I'll try to get that grate opened. There's a strange mechanism here that came up as soon as I put the mask in. Maybe it unlocks the grate.
All right, sir.
Poor Jaden. But yeah, that mask is a very big part of the Dorian Gray syndrome game. Okay, so we need to get this over here somehow, and interesting. Okay, so what's gonna happen is, let's think about this. get it around here. Think that'll help. Okay. Okay, I had it. So I think if I go here. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm actually gonna switch this out. We're gonna go this way instead. Think. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Voila.
Thank you, sir.
We're going in, Jaden. Keep your eyes open.
Yes, sir.
It's too dark in here.
Let me brighten it up for you.
What in the world?
What in the world? Is that all you can say? I always thought you were a primitive creature, Logan. Look at him. So beautiful. My son. My handsome, talented Archie. His beauty is now forever. There will be no more pain, my boy.
You are under arrest, Matilda. And believe me, you will face the full brunt of the law. Jaden, put her in handcuffs.
Yes, sir.
It makes no difference to me now. My son will live on. My love for him is all that matters. I had to endure so much. All these jokers don't deserve to stand beside him, but without them, I couldn't have given my Archie his immortality. How ironic, don't you think?
You couldn't have done all of this by yourself. You must have had help. Where are the townspeople?
Look around. They are all here. You do realize, Detective, that I have created a new kind of art. And there will be others to follow in my footsteps. That I can promise you.
You are a monster, Matilda. It's too bad I cannot judge you myself.
Always gotta watch out for the proper ones. They cause the most trouble. And And this kind of art, or this kind of quote-unquote art Matilda has created is very much the focus point of the Dorian Gray Syndrome game, which I'll probably make my next video on. So there. You already know what I'm doing next. Overall, this is a wonderful game. I really do like it a lot. So yeah, we've completed it all. Gameplay is quite a lot of fun. They came up with some really fun and challenging games there, and even the hidden object seems to have a little bit of fun to them. Artwork completely stunning, and even the computer animation is very detailed and very well done. And the backgrounds and everything, very beautiful, and there's so many different locations that we had. We had, you know, London, there was the countryside, Chinatown, and we had Scotland. So definitely a lot of effort. It's very beautiful. And the storyline, very complex, and we get like some genuine character development in here. As we sort of watch, you know, Logan and Owen learn a little bit about their friendship, and sort of watching Logan get more and more fed up and annoyed that he can't solve this case. Owen, of course, going through his daughter being missing and trying to find her. And then all of our side characters. Of course, we have Archie, our killer, and learning about him. And we have all the other victims' families and watching them just sort of fall apart. And a couple of them trying to get revenge. Then you have the character of Charlotte, who goes from being, you know, sort of just the socialite and, you know, a very popular widow, and then her just sort of falling apart as it all goes on. So it's quite a complex storyline, and I'm very impressed with how they put it all together. I think it's a wonderful game. And with that, I will see you next time, where I'll be doing Brink of Consciousness, Dorian Gray Syndrome. And I shall see you then. Goodbye.